Okay, here's that bike I got yesterday. Got aluminum wheels. Okay. It's not much aluminum, but like I say, everything counts nowadays because the price is so low. You know, it's at 3 cents a pound. You know, I'm gonna get for that rim 40 cents a pound. So, and it just takes 5 minutes, and plus I recycle the tire. Tire goes to my recycle guy, so it's not wasted. Otherwise, it's gonna go landfill or wherever the scrap yard is gonna take it. Won't get recycled. So let's figure out some of this garbage here. This bike is kind of cool, actually. The kids never seen one like that. Actually, brakes are frozen. Yeah, brakes are seized. But anyways, so I'm just gonna throw it in the scrap pile. I'm gonna take my tires back. I'll do that right now. Take my tires back. Recycle place. Okay, so I might strip this DVD player. Kind of boards in here while I'm here. It's one less thing to deal with, right? Okay. These small screws in this thing. You have that really long extension on there, a little bit harder to take this apart, but anyways, no big deal. So snaps in. Got little snaps in there. Got my cutters. Now these snips, you want to snip wire and stuff, these snips are the best. Kind of all I really want to that thing. Okay. And there's one IC chip here. Get the right screwdriver. flat pack here, a little small one. Throw it up there, okay? So it's basically done. Not really much in these things, huh? Let's start my next load of metal. Okay. Just gonna sort this over, move that over, and a couple things. Okay. Difference between some of these tires. Guys are telling me I should put tire inwards. Well, I'm trying to bend out the outer bead so I can cut the bead, you know. But okay, look at this. Look at that bead here. It looks like a big cable, right? See that? I'm cutting through that. Now look at this. By the way, that's a, I thought it's a Goodyear on it. Yeah, Goodyear. That's a Goodyear tire. Look at the bead on here. It's nothing. See that? This is Pirelli. Is it? No, it's not even Pirelli. Irelli. See, it's no-name crap. It says Irelli. Yeah. Well, it looks like a Pirelli. P-I-R-E-L-L-I. Pirelli. Okay, well, I don't know if it's Pirelli, but maybe it's a knockoff. Who knows? But look at, see, there's no bead here. There's a little bit of steel belting here. Nothing on the end here. That's like a cable. They're trying to cut through a cable with a saw. Good luck. See, another one here. See the difference here? You got to cut through this part. It's the hardest part of the tire. It's that outer rim here that holds it onto the rim. It's a cable in there. So guys got to realize, you know, it's easy to talk when you're on you know, on the internet saying, you know, any kind of what you want to say. Easy to, you know, make comments, but I've cut hundreds of tires apart. Every tire is different. The good brand names are usually better tires. You got good beads. What was the other one? This one, Yokohama. Oh no, Hankook. See, you got Hankook's a good quality tire, not cheap. You have a Goodyear. Pirelli. I don't know. It looks like Pirelli. I'm not sure if it's spelled right. P-I-R-E-L-L-I. It looks like Pirelli. See, it's not. I don't think it's Pirelli, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure the exact spelling on that. But you know, that looks like almost like a no-name tire, right? See how the cable? That's why you wonder why, you know, when you drive around, you bouncy curbs and stuff, and these tires disintegrate. Well, there's no support on the sidewalls. This is a. I think it's a Hankook here. So that's got a bigger bead again. See that? You'll see that there. So anyways, a little education on tires. That's why you buy a tire for $100, you buy a tire for $500. It's a difference, right? But the weakest point is always the sidewall. Like the bead is the hardest. Even this is hard. Cutting through here is hard. You don't have a good blade or nothing. Cutting through here, anything. You can use a, you know, a knife to cut this if you really wanted. Guys use utility knives to cut the edge off. But to get to this part here, the outer edge, well, it's gone already. It's really tough. Depends on the make of tire, how many plies. You get a truck tire with you know, a 7-ply, 10-ply. You get a heavy-duty tire, you're not going to cut through that. Well, you will, but it's tough. You need really sharp blades, and you need a good sawzall. Like the electric ones are the best because they get a lot of torque. You get these cordless ones, they'll cut for a couple minutes, and after all, they start dying. You don't have the torque to spin that blade faster and faster, if you know what I'm saying. But anyways, that's what it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of these tires, and then I have 2 tires over there. I'm just debating on cutting them. Supposed to do inspection, but they couldn't get the key or something. So, but I have to go look at a commercial, 3 commercial heat pumps from a buddy of mine, a commercial contact. I looked at the pictures. They got a huge copper mortars on top, 2 on top, position vertical, and then there's, who else knows what's inside it? Don't know. So I'm going to my tire shop. I need to get a screw out of my tire, but I actually want to buy better tires because these tires, the Yokohamas, but they're just craps in snow, total crap. And they're getting pretty low here, so I need a good aggressive tire for winter. I think we're gonna have a really cold winter, just judging by how the weather is right now. And you know, look at all through the Okanagan, Alberta, heavily hit with snow, like heavily. And it doesn't come usually this early. Not those mounts. I mean, it may come, but not that severe. Big storms already coming from summer to winter, basically no fall. You know, we have a fall here, but you know, we're low to the ocean. But imagine anywhere higher up, you know, like high mountaintops or higher ends, you're getting lots of snow. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these bars here. I might cut those aluminum wheels, I think. Maybe I'll cut them. Then I got all the tires out of here, except I got 4 in my van, aluminum wheels. You know, I don't like to go 10 times back and forth. Just do it once type, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, here's one. Tire here. It can't actually, sidewall can't. Bleed. Okay. Okay. Heavy tire. Look at the next tire here. I want to show you. It's fully pressurized, but quite the pressure there. Phone call, let me see. Crap. It's probably Google or somebody bugging for money. I like to cut one fairly close all the time, so that's where I can cut it with the grinder. And the other ones, that one doesn't matter. The higher you cut up, it's easier to cut the sidewall. There, pretty quick. Almost debating about cutting the other tires. Take them all one shot. Okay, that's probably what I'll do. Cut all 4 on the other vehicle. But they're bald tires, so the tires are worth nothing. Same these tires, they were borderline. Anyways, rim is worth the money. Look at it. Oh, vehicle tires don't look too bad. 2 rims got some scuff in their Hondas, so I'm gonna see if I can go to the tire guy and see if he'll want to swap them out, give me 4 aluminum wheels. He can keep tires or take tires off, whatever he wants to do. We'll see if it works or not. Goes right in your eye. Let's get a face shield or something. But so anyways, just a bit hard to cut there. Let me just get something else. Glasses are going underneath. Off already. Not too bad. Good to get a bit of a wind so you're not smelling the stuff. Car stuff stinks. Almost. Okay. Stinks. Had some wind earlier, no wind right now, so oh well. Let's see the bead. Sound like the bead almost went. Yeah. Okay. So you have to take a few things off here, weights and a few things. Weights on the inside here. It's got lots of weights on here. Okay. Okay, actually, to be honest, better to cut this little thing off here with this grinder. This thing here. And then it's easier to pull out, so if you don't cut that off, it's like impossible. Need a special tool otherwise. Let's see. That one had 2 weights on the outside, outer edge. It might be lead, these weights. Stick a magnet on there and find out. Probably steel because some aren't that heavy. It's funny how this has older weights. The other one had newer ones. So I know they stopped making lead weights for tires, you're saying, so sometimes the shops still have them kicking around. Yeah, it's your steel. All these small ones were steel. Yeah. These 2 are lead. Yeah, it's lead. So I'm gonna take these 2 rims back for sure. I want to strip that door. Maybe those bicycle wheels, will take that back to the other yard. Not the same yard as yesterday, the other yard. This one I cut already. It just comes off like nothing, so just grind the outer edge of the valve and you're okay. Okay. Cabinet door now. Try to get that door here. So I'm gonna take off all these screws. Lots of screws on the sides. This one's not too rusty. Sometimes they're really rusty and they're hard to get screws off. There'll be like 2 more on this side. Each corner there'll be 2 in each corner basically. Okay. And then here, this one's got a protector on the bottom, so I'll pull that off in a second. This one's already actually, if I get this glass out here, then I'll deal with this glass. There it is. Okay, it's the one glass. There, you don't have to worry about anything breaking or getting hurt. Okay, I need to move my van further up. Just need a little more room to work here. Okay, a little extra room. This makes it hard when you're cramped in there. So I'm gonna take back the 2 wheels, the door, and the bicycle wheels. I'm gonna go to the other yard and see what they're paying for aluminum. Okay. I need to actually a different bit for that one there, so. So I'll change that one. Flathead. Flathead. You'll find that quite often when people do repairs. It's usually when any kind of screw they had, they don't match nothing, they don't care. Why buy something when they got one, right? This will be clean aluminum. All these rivets are clean. Screwdriver wants to kind of not come out. Solves the problem. Okay. Screws up here. Okay, this handle's been changed also. The screw, I think, might be original. No, it's been changed for sure. Yeah, it's a different kind of screw. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem. Work. This is really rusty, and the screw is really shallow. Some screws are like deep. Shallow flat head, really shallow, so it's hard to get off. Go. Those are cast aluminum also, so if you see them, they're still good. I have to snap that handle off. Okay, just need to get another bit here, a really fine one. Sometimes I like to have screwdrivers for some of the stuff when it's really tight. Take the glasses off. Let's see a real fine one. Maybe this will go. So you'll have on this bottom here, you'll have these little tiny screws here. 4, they're gonna come off. Well, the plate doesn't have nothing on the other side. Strange. Might be just pressured on there. One side has screws and the other one's just pressured in there. Take the screwdriver and see. There, yeah. So the pressure of being really tight and 2 screws holding it, that's it. And now I'm gonna go back to our next bit. Okay. Should all come apart now. It's like a puzzle. There's no screws holding this, so it doesn't. Just held by silicone probably. no biggie. Cast aluminum. Okay, looks good. Screen is all, that's aluminum too, the screen. Leave that the way it is. Well, actually, they'll pick about this, you have a little bit of rubber holding the screen in. They'll complain about that. It's simple, just go around like that. Should be one continuous thing. Okay, garbage. Together. But that's aluminum too, so okay, now to deal with this handle. See that? Brute force. It's got a steel pin on that side. So that's clean. And then to deal with these things. One's broken, so it's going to be a little harder to demonstrate. So what I do is I just bang this here. And maybe not exactly that. But usually it comes off real easy. And you just bang it out like that. Be careful, the cat always comes through here. Yeah, you got the point. If it was tempered, it wouldn't break like that. But you don't want to hit the corner of tempered, because tempered falls apart. It's pretty easy if you hit the corner. This one's separating already. Well, it's broken, but gonna come off anyway. So that's it. Basically clean. Yeah, it's too bad it broke, but you know, sometimes it happens like that. Okay, so I'm gonna deal with these tires now. Okay, I find, okay, if you have the valve here, probably on the opposite side. Rubber sticking up here. The bottom layers come with it. Kind of screwing it up. Sometimes air trapped in these tires, so I will hold up broke like that. It's crazy how that broke like that. So just cut the tire a little bit to get the air out of it. Wow, this is tough, this one. It's the bottom layer is getting stuck with at the same time. It's a little tight. tight tube. There it is. Sometimes you need 2 screwdrivers. Normally you don't, but this one is being a pain. It's a hard tire. It just doesn't want to come off. I'm not sure if they had metric tires back then, or could be size could be off a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, so same tire now, same brand. That's the other half. Let's see what this one does. Get the valve stem out with the cap. Yeah, for a bike tire, this is like overkill. Normally not like that. The other side not coming off. Crazy. It's like fused to the rim. Crazy. Okay. Try something, a different brand. This looks like a really loose tire. Yeah, see, that's how they should fit actually, see? That's, most brands are like that. They fit like that, simple. Take the valve cover off. See, most of them are like that. Simple, so don't get discouraged if you get a hard one to start with. They're not all like that. But make sure you're probably opposite side of the valve. Yeah. Amazing how the bugs and earwigs go in between these tires. Crazy. I guess they're looking for shelter for winter, I guess. Winter's coming quick. See, this is usually a half a tire that's kind of a pain, but it's not too bad either. So you have to take this rubber off now. Once the spokes are cut with a bolt cutter, take that rubber off, and the spokes will just fall out. So it's clean. So like for instance, these tires, obviously I'm not saving these tires, they're going to be recycled, so I'll just go like this. Just cut the sidewall. And that will mean you don't have to deal with the valve or releasing the air. If you want to save the tire, well, it's a different story. You can't do that. Okay. I think it's a bit tight fit, this one here. I can feel it. The tire doesn't want to go. There it is. Okay. Okay, that's it for the tires. Let me just do these couple here and then I'll cut the spokes after. What I did is to separate, those are stainless steel spokes. Those are steel. These are all steel. The center one is aluminum here, dirty, but you know what? Dirty here, forget it. You know, you waste your time. They basically don't want it. So I'm just going to cut these spokes on the outside, and then the other ones I'm going to cut on the inside so that I get the spoke out, because when it's trapped by the sprocket, you can't get the spoke out. Well, you know, I can cut them tighter here, right? It still gives you kind of a bit of a pain. But anyways, yeah. It's just because, you know, if I cut them here, then the spoke's long, right? But then I still gonna have this might be. What's this stuff made of? It's all stainless, but we'll see. The stainless, like I say, it's not that heavy regardless. But they go pretty quick. They're easy to trim these. Some people say it's not worth it, but I mean, when you start having all these together, that sure adds up. There is weight there, right? One doesn't seem heavy, but you have 10 or 20, 30 of them. Get heavy. See, what kills a bolt cutter is when you have hardened metals. This is soft. It's not going to wreck your bolt cutter at all. It's basically clean. See that? Now, I would say it's probably at least a pound. Pretty close to a pound or something like that. Regardless, it's still going to be aluminum, right? Let me just get the other bucket, those spokes in there so I'm not tripping on spokes all day. I'll use this. Okay, I'll do another one here so you can see how fast it goes. If you get a good bolt cutter that's not too tight, it goes even faster. This one's brand new, so it's a little bit harder. Let's see if this numbers. I gotta pick this up from See, I like to keep this rubber that holds the spokes in. See, like this rubber, then your spokes aren't falling everywhere. Otherwise, if the rubber's off, some of the spokes actually ping out, fly towards you, and there's a lot of tension there. So they're relatively easy to cut, as you can see. Doesn't take really any effort. Oh, look at this one. And then, like I said, where the spokes are, you can just put them over a bucket like this. See? All the spokes are falling out into the bucket. And you know what? Guys say they're welded. You know, most scrap yards I take it to, they don't seem to care. You know, they classify as clean, basically, but I know if you want... Some are continuous loops, somehow. Some do have a seam. I don't see a seam on this one. But anyways, wow, it's noisy, hard on the ears. Okay, so you got the point. I'm gonna finish these, and then I'm tempted to take those tires in that vehicle and see if the guy wants the tires, because the tires are really good. If I can trade the tires, or if you want to take the tires off, you can keep the tires, and I'll keep the rims, or he can give me 4 rims, 4 aluminum for it, because there's 2 or 3 Honda, they're Honda rims. 2 or 3, I think 2 are really good, but everything on the roadside is scuffed up, and the inserts are good, so maybe there's someone could use it, who knows. Okay, I'm gonna finish these and then see what else I can show you. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, so I cut the geared hub one already, but I actually worked pretty good, like cutting like I can cut two at a time. Worked okay on the hub one. Because I couldn't, the geared one, I couldn't get the spokes off because these are stainless steel. So you have an option. I mean, it works okay cutting in the middle too, if you want to. And this bit of stainless steel, I'm going to put in the stainless steel pile. You always get stainless steel anyways, it's just... It's the metal you always find. The only thing when you go like this, you have to... a little bit harder to get the spokes off, a little more time consuming, but... I guess it works the same, I guess. Rattle them out. Okay. So that's all stainless steel. Since the hub is saved, I'm going to save that hub. I guess in the middle might be a little easier, just cutting two at a time, but depends your preference, what you want to do. Like, you know, scrapping is, it's good to make extra money and stuff, but it's not all about profit. It's a lot of it's enjoyment, fun, especially if you're a pensioner or you're semi-retired. You need something to do, right? Keep yourself busy, or you can sit and do nothing and lose your health. If you know what I mean. You keep yourself active, prolongs your life, and when you're using your brain a lot, less chance of you getting different issues like Alzheimer's and dementia and all that. It's just keeping active. Yeah, this is a really bad one. This is the kind that has the rubber seal, a little bit harder to get off. It's like a rubber tape. But once you get it started, it should go. There's always something with these things. The way these scrap yards are, they pick up about everything, huh? Their excuse is, well, who's going to take it? Who's going to strip it then? Obviously, it's going to be a machine stripping it. I mean, if it's a hot summer day, it probably comes off easier. Being colder, it's coming off anyways. Just like tape. It's like a shrink wrap tape, actually. Could even be like a shrink wrap. It's off. Okay, there's my stainless steel right there. It's my aluminum. Yeah. Oh, probably like 10-12 pounds probably. Not a lot of money, but something to do, like I said, right? Keep yourself active. You throw them all in here. After time, you know, if you're doing pots and pans, you just throw it all in the same container, right? And then you have a, you know, you get rid of it. Maybe only a pound, a couple pounds maybe, but maybe a pound of material. But hey, you know, it's still recycling it, right? Okay, so that's it on that. I find the grinder works way better than the sawzall. Okay, that's clean. It's garbage. This one here, we just got a light. It's been sitting in my yard for about a year, this thing, so it's all rotted. It's time to get rid of it. It's actually heavy aluminum, actually. It's got good weight to it. I guess to get the sound, use a heavier gauge. Heavy gauge, right? To get a nice chime, you know, chime sound. This one doesn't want to cut. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna start putting some metal in here. What to do with this thing here? Might be able to knock out this corner here where the pins are. Probably end up breaking or something, right? Okay, broke apart. Let's see what we got here. We can lock this pin off here now. It's gonna pass. Garbage chute. Not worth it. Such a small amount, but it was easy, you know. I don't feel like putting two vice and then grinding it for a few cents. Not worth it. Okay. Okay, we'll load this here, and I'm going to see what else I have I can throw in. If I have something else, I'll show it. Okay, with all my tires. Selling 2 aluminum wheels. These wheels here off the bikes, and a door frame. It was a screen door. One screen door, and a couple little pipes you saw, not a lot. Just want to see what they pay for aluminum, because I got 40 at the Asian yard. Last time they only paid me 39 cents for aluminum. I mean, this is extrusion here. I mean, sometimes they don't seem to worry about a small amount, so we'll see what they pay. We'll determine that. Hopefully the guy doesn't squawk about tires. I mean, it's a recycling center anyways, but sometimes, you know, you never know. I mean, they go around, pick it up from all through Vancouver, through tire shops and stuff, right? But I gotta shop tires anyways there, so I'm gonna get a price for tires, so I'm gonna do business there also. So This is my bulk of my tires. I have no more tires on this property except 4 in my van on aluminum rims. And I have at my other property, I have 2 on metal rims, and I think I have 3 BMW wheels. And that's all my tires basically, and I'll have all my tires gone. So I'm gonna get a price, maybe get my other tires ready, and then next time I'll get new tires on here and then do the next round of wheels. Okay, stay tuned. I'll let you know the price. Look back, the aluminum wheels, it was 40 pounds, 20 pounds each for those big wheels, 59 cents a pound, 23 bucks or something. This yard pays way less for aluminum, 35 cents. My Ever Recycling guys, they pay 40 cents, so they pay better here. And even if some stuff is dirty, they still buy. There, they don't buy it the other place at all. They tell you put in shred basically, or give you less. So, oh well, that's kind of what you know. What are you gonna do, right? I've never seen aluminum so cheap in the last 40 years, right? I've been scrapping for over 40 years, and then even with my dad after that, I've never seen aluminum that cheap, 35 cents. That's ridiculous. And clean, we're talking about clean. Every screw pulled out, whatever. Anyways, whole ticket bill was $34.75 for that little bit of aluminum and the 2 wheels. So, you know, like I say, you have to shop around and ask, because some of the big yards are start paying less and less. They're paying me a price. I don't know what they're paying the other people, probably a lot lower, maybe even 30 cents a pound. So that's why you know, some of these smaller yards, they have a different pipeline. They're selling elsewhere, not selling to America. It's going overseas. So this guy backing up. It doesn't even make sense why the guy back up like that. It's not even a roadblock. He's probably worried about something. But anyways, just like a saying, phone around, shop around, do your homework, because some people pay a lot higher for other metals just because they're selling at different locations, different parts of the world. If you're dealing with the one guy only, and he's selling to one main buyer that they deal with, and if they don't want to pay, they're not paying, right? So just advisable, make sure you do your homework, phone around before you even go there. Also, the big yard here, this is for Cruiser Mac if he's listening or watching my channel. 8 cents for ballasts at the big yard. Ever, I think they pay like 10 cents. So they're still buying it. I mean, before they tell you one time, throw it into the shred for 3 cents. Then they sell you, you know, it's like it doesn't make sense. They don't know, like their prices change from day to day, so it's not consistent. Before they weren't paying nothing for them, like just tin prices, and then now today he says 8 cents a pound. So best thing to do is phone before you make a trip, or before you make a big load and be disappointed. Phone to see how depressing your price will be. Okay, let's dump these tires, hopefully get a price on the new tires. See what he says. I'll probably do the new tires, not today, another day. I still want to get a price and drop these tires off anyways. Okay, tires off here first, and then get a price after. Oh, it's heavy ones. Okay, let's have on those. So this is the yard where I got those fridges from, appliances and boxes. Look at this. I'm gonna put a battery here. Oh wow, that's a heavy one. Well, that's a bonus. 60-pound battery. I told them put the metal. If you get any metal, put it aside. So maybe that's what they did. It's awesome. See, they sold the house and they're moved out, so well, the battery's bonus. Happy about that. Is there any power in the battery? No battery power. Dead. Okay, a couple racks. Aluminum. Regulator. Brass over here. Cut that off. If I want the wheel. It's off a Volkswagen. Yeah, someone made a comment, asked me if I was gonna picking up bottles when I'm 65. Well, I don't see a problem picking up bottles to see everybody else doing it, but you know, when I'm 65, I'm gonna be traveling. Got all this brassware here. Let's see what's brass. See what's clean. What has to be stripped. Some of the stuff could be, that's brass. It's welded. That's copper, see that? I don't think it would be brass. I think it's copper. Would they use red brass on plated stuff? Not sure. But it's good, shines like copper. See, this is pewter. I don't know if anybody knows anything about pewter. What's it classified as? Copper. Chains look like they're brass. Copper. Obviously some steel in here. See, that looks like brass. No, brass. like it's all brass. So there's a little bit of mixed metals in here. It's pewter again. So would pewter be lead now? Would be a mixture of lead? I'm not sure. Pewter again. If anybody knows. Brass. Oh, 2 kitty cats. That's kind of cool. That one's over there. This outside has to be cleaned. There's actually a piece of wire in there. Steel wire. To get my magnet. Some of the stuff was corroded looking. They got all the stuff from my friend. Needs them cleaned. Yeah, he sells antiques and collectibles. So a lot of the stuff is just stuff they tried selling over the years. Couldn't sell it after time. Brass. Okay. See, there's another phone here. All my copper. Clean copper. This has a scratch test, everyone. Test is red brass and this stuff, I don't know, but it's like copper to me. This probably cast has to come off. But it's all clean here. And I have dirty brass and copper. This is the clean brass here. Pretty heavy. I got some stainless steel mixed here. So good assortment. And this is my pewter. I think I remember correctly, pewter is like lead. Basically, it's a mixture of lead. I think. So, like it flexes like lead, you know, it's all flexible, right? It's like lead. So that's, I'll take that. I'll hold on to the brass for now. I like to get this stripped apart too, so I can get rid of this right away. A saw here too. So okay, well, that's sorted out anyway, so which is good. That's all dirty, so that's another project. Makes a big difference when it's clean. Okay, see what else I can do here. Okay, I got this. It's a saw, but these windings in here are not copper, so I'm not going to bother. It's aluminum. I found this actually was broken apart, and this was broken off and hanging. So I think someone checked it, saw the aluminum windings, and said, forget it, I don't want it. That's probably what happened. So So I'm gonna scrap this thing here. Hopefully it's not too much of a bother taking it apart. Just if I take it there, they're gonna give me like 5 cents, 10 cents a pound. Might as well try to clean it first. If it's too hard to clean, then I'll just leave it. So I don't know how this thing works. Yes, a lot of not sure how this arm comes out or moves. I think it's frozen or something. A lot of times not worth it, these things. There's just so much material in here. Okay. It's almost worth just scrapping the way it is. It's way too much stuff here. I'll take a little bit of plastic off it for now. Okay. Guard here. Weird how it'll come off. I just don't know why it's so bent here. It doesn't want to move. So, oh, there it is. Okay. Here, a little bit better. Too bad I can't get that nut out. Looks like I have a new blade actually. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I don't know, it's a bit tough one to get apart. If you don't know how the basics, how they work, these things. You have to know the basics, right? If you don't know the basics, you're not gonna take it apart properly. Not even sure if that's even turning or not. If I can get this arm off here, then the base is actually pretty good. There. Okay. It's a bit of a start. Okay, this will come out here. Yeah, I'm not really sure. So many little things here. Let's go here. I need some hex Allen keys here. If I can take these off here, then I can separate that part. It's a basic set here, so I'm not sure if I have the right one. Doesn't fit this one. There it is. Okay. Works here now. Yeah, my wife put trailer on marketplace, so people seem to be calling. So I might get another call in a minute. One guy wants to look at it, so I'm thinking of selling it as is to someone, and then scrapping it. But we'll see what happens. One guy wanted it for $100, but he wanted me to write him all sorts of receipts and stuff. Well, I mean, I told him I'll give you all the receipts you want, but you got to pay me $150. So he declined. But anyways, that's the way it goes. Okay, this one comes out. See, even with a couple screws, they'll still give me at least 30 cents a pound for this. They're not that picky. My yard I go to, the Asian yard, they don't want any plastic. This thing is here. It's metal. So how's it come out? I can get it out. Disappeared. Oh, there it is. All these things, you know, that come on my yard, spiders on them. That's why I had a spider last time in my van. He was in a corner, I had a web in a corner, so I left him alone. But then he started creeping on my side, sitting in the corner, so I got a pen, kicked them out. Threw them out as I was driving. So I'm not really sure on this pin here. It's a pin in there, and I think that pin has to be smashed out before I can get it right here. Look at the. You know what? Let's scrap it the way it is. Actually, this one might come off. Yeah, it's gonna come out. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So we're now to this pin down here in the center. That's not a nut. It looks like a nut, but just in case it's a nut. Looks like it's a little bashed up a bit, but I never re-hit that side, so see if it's a nut. It might be a nut. If it's a nut, then I got it stripped. Oh yeah, perfect. Huh. Oh, that's a heavy piece of metal. Okay. So just between this and this, I would say at least 10 pounds. So that's a good bonus. 10 pounds of stuff sitting there. Maybe I can take this off from here. So I thought it was a pin, as it was actually a nut, but it was all kind of banged around. So someone else May have tried banging it around before. It wasn't me banging that part. There's armature there. That looks like copper. May come off. Well, here's 2 screws. Okay. Can't find my screws. There's 2 screws on the end here that hold that back part on. Okay. Should actually come out. It's coming. See, this should be free flowing. It's all rusted. That's why. The aluminum clean. Bushings here. So a steel bush. Oh, it's like a rubber. Okay, I have one more screw here. It's underside. Somewhat stripped, I think. No, got it. Barely got it, but it's coming. Yeah, so if you get these things, they're actually not that bad to take apart. I thought it'd be worse. And just, you know, it's as soon as you spend a little time and you know how it comes apart, then you're okay, right? At first, you're thinking, where do you start, right? Might come out one way only. Okay. Almost out. Oh, it's full of ball bearings. It's actually the bearings. There, it's all ball bearings falling out. Okay, another piece of clean aluminum. There's one little nut here. Couldn't get it. Oh, there it is. Broke off. Well, that's a heavy piece here. Okay, so now we have another section here. See if I can crack this one here. There. I'm just debating about leaving us. I mean, it's quite a bit of metal there, but it doesn't look that easy. Too bad this one's stripped here. Can't get that off. Okay, well, Debating about leaving it. Okay, let me just find another tool here. 1 second. I'm not gonna strip this. It's just I just don't think it's worth the extra effort here. Too many things that I can't get out. Like this looks like this is punched in or something. I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't look like it's worth the effort. I mean, this comes out here, looks like, but it's just not really worth it for such a small amount of aluminum, pound aluminum or something. I'm just gonna scrap it the way it is. It's just tin shred. Even though there's a mortar on here that is copper, but I might just cut that off actually. Let's see if I can get my Sawzall. That armature is copper, so I can cut that off. It's not so much of a waste, but the weights might spin. Sometimes I can pound it, but snap to the gear. Okay, so that's copper. So I'll save that. It's just the pain to strip. I don't want to bother. I mean, when it's 65 cents a pound, then it's not bad, but getting 35 cents a pound off that other guy today, it's like a kick